previously at the 24 Hell and Back Trail Challenge.
It's twisting back. The whole axle is twisting way back.
This is the Warren Industries 24 Hell and Back Trail Challenge. Presented by HP Tuners. Brought to you by Flex, Rocks, and Rollovers.
Like, you might want to get out and make sure nothing's broke, because it's like the pinion was pointed almost straight down. If you'll stop, I'll look at it. I didn't see anything broke, but they're still under you, so don't move.
Yeah, let's just switch up. I have no idea what's going on, so my front axle apparently is moving extremely back and forth so much that one of my limit straps broke off. But we can't find the issue yet. Everything looks all right.
The lower on the right side, the jam nut is like, it looks like it's pulled out and went back in because it was loose.
There's that waterfall in front of him, then it flattens out, and then there's another waterfall, and then there's one that's about hot dog hill size, but it's got tons of grip and just like you can just idle up it, right?
Yeah.
As long as the link doesn't pull out under torque, he'll be fine.
Well, that's what it's like when
That's what it looks like.
When it's got power on it, the tires are rolling forward, so the axle's twisting backwards and it's pulling the lower link apart. That's what I think is happening.
Do you think that because the diff's doing all kinds of weird?
Dude,
I mean, the diff should not be moving.
Well, and he broke the drive shaft earlier.
And I looked at it, and it's a weird break. He just broke the caps.
So it's almost
like it didn't break the ears off. It just broke the caps.
Everything today, it's been way steeper than I was expecting, but it's been pretty rounded ledges and rocks. So if you had the horsepower and the suspension set up, you could roll into a ledge and send it up. It was fairly smooth. What we got ahead of us is not going to be smooth. It's going to be pure violence for several of us, I personally think. We've made it this far. We haven't gotten hung up yet, so I'm going to make it a point to try to get up this. Matt made it already, so tells me it's doable.
My line driving is probably far right, shoot up and land, and then do like a 3,000 point turn to shimmy over and get around that tree.
I was looking at that line that Marvin did, but I'm worried that I fall in that hole like he did.
Yeah.
That's why I was looking at the Marvin line.
If you start way down here, you can come up this way and just high side the whole thing so you don't have to pivot. Start way down there.
Me and my buddy, we built this rig, and it's his rig. This is my second time like really wheeling it on some gnarly stuff. The first time was at AOP. He let me take it down there. He stayed home, and that was the first time really going out and hitting some stuff with it. And so this is the only second time driving it. So not a lot of seat time, not a lot of feel for the rig. Kind of learning on the go on some not so good stuff to be learning on.
I mapped the entire route of this year's 24 Hallenbeck on Onyx Off-Road for you guys. This is private property, but the owner of the land is a die-hard off-road enthusiast, and if you're brave enough and your rig is built enough, you can now reach out to him and use our Onyx Off-Road map for navigation. Requirements are that you're in a group of at least 4 vehicles that are capable enough for such terrain, and that you're absolutely mindful of this beautiful piece of land. Information on how to apply to ride here are in the video description below. You have to have Onyx Off-Road in order to use the map. If you don't have it already, make sure you use the link in the video description to download and subscribe to it. That link gets you 20% off and we get a 20% kickback.
You want me to go first so you can get eyes on it?
Yeah.
That way you can at least see what it'll look like and you can make a decision?
Yeah.
Good friend Tyler is in the running for no winches, so I'm gonna pre-run the line that I think he's gonna be able to make up, because he has similar wheelbase to me, and if I make it, then at least he can see what it's gonna look like.
Hey, Ian, go straight. Straight forward. Slides off that rock on the front left, it's going over.
How'd you end up where you are? I got in a tree and it pulled my top off, so I got all scared and jabberwockied, and now I'm in a mess. Yeah, that turn sucked.
And then when he tried to back off of it, he about wiped his windshield out, and then he went way off trail.
Well, at least that didn't take long. Ian just earned himself a helmet. Can you pass that on?
Yep.
Bam.
Well, it's either going to go really cool right now or it's going to be really terrible. Never know. It was neither. It was neither. It was anticlimactic.
It doesn't want to climb this rock. It does not like that rock.
Just trying to stay awake. Is there a pot of gold up there? Maybe that's why we're doing this.
It's absolutely a pot of gold.
Maybe there's a rainbow and a pot of gold, and that's why we all enjoy and love this hobby so much. When I try to tell people what we do, they're like, huh? I'm gonna climb it with my truck.
There you go. Now you're making progress. Kind of.
Yeah.
There's a rock in your face. Rock for your face. Are we gonna need this again?
I hope not, but it's anything's possible at this point.
Not that much.
Toughest point of hell and back so far was when I broke. I didn't think I was going to be able to fix that. Luckily, we just had all the right parts and pieces. I'm thankful that Josh, last minute, we bought a outer stub shaft for the Jaguar that we're building, the off-road Jaguar, and he just threw it in the truck and was like, here, take this in case you need it. And that's what saved the day.
Man, I hate that formats. Same axle shaft, same axle, same side, all over again. The exact same thing happened again. Man, but hey, needs to upgrade to some RCV shafts, and that stuff doesn't happen again. That's one way of getting rid of all of this. Especially with rear steer on axles like that, when you turn them all the way, it was the same thing again. The rear was all the way turned in, and then U-joints, you just have that square movement in a U-joint. They bind automatically. You don't get that with RCV axles. CV axles just always smooth, no matter in what angle you have them. They are, pretty much the same strength all the way through. So that would be a huge, huge, huge upgrade for him.
Present for you, sir. We're almost done. We got an hour and 49 minutes left. I guess I'm going to be the last one to try this, but I've got a little bit of something different in mind to try. That hadn't been tried yet.
Okay, front dig, hard driver. Nope. That right front's off the ground, isn't it?
Can't get much more, bro.
I can run. I'll do whatever y'all want.
What was so important?
It's y'all's recovery.
That you had to jump the interview spot to come up here.
Well, see, what I have is a problem with authority figures like yourself. And as I told you in my interview, I like to see everyone win, so I'm here to make sure bleeping wins. So.
Losers don't get breakfast. What?
If you break, you don't eat.
I don't eat breakfast anyway.
You got burritos, don't you?
I am a cereal person. All right, am I good to go back?
You good, you good, you good.
Lesson of the day, stack your own rocks with your tires, and then it doesn't count as stacking rocks. That's a win. So that was fun. I'm not gonna lie, I was ear hustling a little bit. I was ear hustling a little bit, and I heard that Ian was doing his dirty work.
You guys are tied.
He's at 0.
No. Tyler!
He winched on.
What are you out?
He's winched on hot dog.
Did you winch on hot dog?
Yeah, but he had a 50 from the bonus line. So he's at 0, right?
Yeah, he's at.
He winched on hot dog. Hell yeah, he winched on
I'm
hot
at
dog.
0. Oh, you're at 0. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm at 0.
Last trail, last few obstacles. Pretty gnarly up through here. We're gonna see if we can make it. Still at 0 helmets, so see what happens.
Now your interview.
Now our interview.
Yeah. All right. This is the end of it. What's been your experience? How are you going to attack this?
So got a little different rig underneath me here now. Had to call in the backup Matt Black. So she's got a little more horsepower, a little more tire, and but she's a little tired. But we'll get her up there. We'll probably end up winching just because we don't want to tear anything up. Last few minutes here. So
What time is it?
We got 1 hour and 16 minutes left.
All right, let's
Almost
get
there. Sergio gave me a broken Jeep.
What were those words?
Man. Right rear axle shaft is broken.
I believe you said.
Let him borrow the Jeep for 300 feet.
I think his words a second ago were, we're not going to break anything, we'll winch. So tell me what happened.
Obviously, yeah, right rear shaft is broken. So I don't think I did it. I think it was that way when I picked it up.
We're twinsies now.
I only got 3 minutes in the rental.
Last trail of the day. I'm extremely tired. My head and my body are disconnected. I'm not exactly sure if I'm hungry or tired or both. I'm really having a problem figuring out why my feet are tingly, and I just hope I can stick through this. When we started this thing, somebody asked me in an interview what would be the weak link, and I said me, and that's for sure. This whole week I've been prepping for this event, getting the shop ready and everything else. I've had a bunch of no sleep in a row, and I dozed off for like 2 seconds, and I got a pink helmet, and now I'm in second place. So I was the weak link, and I got one last big ledge to go up, and if I make it to the top, I'm in second. I was really hoping that I could put myself in the back, and you know, the two guys that were in front of me might have a mistake, but it didn't happen. So my little sleep episode cost me the win. Well, we made it. We got 1 hour on the dot left. We've got one hill left, and hopefully it doesn't take us an hour to do this hill. We're all tired. We're all hungry. Our bodies are not being controlled by our minds well. We're making mistakes. We're doing things backwards. We're stuttering. We're feeling fuzzy, but it's 24-hour hell and back. That's what it's all about.
Couldn't have said it better. Literally.
This is insane. I do like that there's daylight now. The nighttime hours got really long, but yeah, this is more than I knew it was going to be crazy, but this just set the bar. I don't know how Marvin's ever going to top this one, because this one is top tier.
My body is on autopilot right now, and my brain is just, you know, hugging my pillow right now.
Yeah, instinctual. Everything's just like reactionary.
It is, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, what an event, man. What a blast.
One last time. Last obstacle of the 2024 hell and back.
Just try it.
Yeah.
Just try it nice and easy, and if we see that it's not gonna go, we'll just hook it up. I'm ready for you.
Okay. Yeah, the idea is, for me at least, strategy-wise, my axle is held on by a winch line right now, including my drive shaft and all of everything that's connected to it. I am not in the mood of spending another day here or half a day and pick up parts and try to get my rig out of here. So I'm going to try to finesse this a little bit.
Just made that look easy.
That was the idea. I had to make sure to one-shot it to seal the deal because pretty sure I'm most of the way in the lead. I might be tied a little bit, but I'm trying to make sure we got a tiebreaker just in case. So trying to win this thing.
Last one more obstacle.
Yeah, we're bringing another winch so we can hold the action. Hold it there, hold it there. He's coming, Marvin. Winch is coming. Hey, winch is coming.
And it's not smooth. Like that's the pro. Like it's. But he got past the hole. The hole is what was concerning me.
I just have absolutely zero trust in whatever's going on my front end right now. Like I can feel the drive shaft binding in my floorboard. Every turn the drive shaft makes, it feels like it's rubbing against my top, but it's actually binding on the axle and just gets transferred all the way over. It feels like this thing is about to explode. That's why if I could have crawled it, fine. But like any kind of momentum and like shock load on my drivetrain in the front, I am not comfortable with, and I'm not trying to pick up parts for the next couple of hours after this and hold up the whole group and prevent this 24 hell and back to end within our 43-minute time frame that we have left. Not the time to shine here anymore. This thing like has been nothing but trouble for the last 24 hours. Not trying to prove anything here on the last one. Like there's a lot of things wrong with the Jeep right now. It was just I didn't feel it. I'm extremely tired. Sleep deprivation is real, and again I'm not feeling it. This thing, if you could feel what my butt feels driving this thing right now, you would understand, because it just literally feels like it's about to explode.
Turn around and said, what'd you say?
I said he made that look really boring. That was way too easy.
And the camera doesn't do it justice.
No,
to how steep it actually is. That was the last full obstacle for hell and back. You are done.
We're done. We
Tell
made
me
it.
about it.
We survived. I kept overthinking everything and worried that the rig wasn't going to hold together. That was my biggest fear. We were going to come down here and break on the first obstacle. But we made it. We survived, so I'm pumped up. It was an experience.
He's done every trail out here. He didn't get a pink helmet. He got a negative pink helmet because he hit a bonus line. And the only time I've had to spot him was at the bottom of the last trail. And he had the line. I just had to walk over and reconfirm him. One of the best drivers I know.
come over that side, driver's side tire here. The problem is though, if you stay over this way enough to keep the right rear off of that, the left front's up there and it's more.
Yeah.
The trail's sick, and I'll tell you, when I look at a lot of trails that we run typically, this is the style trail we're running, right? So this is the style trail we love. This is what we run, and I tell you what, one of my favorite trail was definitely Hot Dog Hill. Hot Dog Hill itself, pretty bummed I couldn't get up the two-step up to the first ledge, but glad that we winched it over that, and then we let her loose on that slick rock because we don't have a lot of opportunities to run the slick rock around where we're at, so it was fun.
Passenger front wasn't turning. So Tyler was fighting all day to not have a +1 pink helmet. He was -1, then had to winch one, so he was at a 0, and he was fighting and fighting and fighting all day long to not actually have to wear this and have a +1 pink helmet until the very last obstacle. His front locker was acting up, and here we are. So I hate to do this, honestly. Like I really hate to do this.
The very last obstacle. I'm tired and I didn't want to break it and flip and die, so I called it. It just wasn't worth it.
Fair enough, man.
I made it the whole entire trip with no helmet until the very last obstacle, and I'm okay with that. With 21 minutes to go. This trip's always fun, man. Hell and back's always a good time. It's long. 24 hours, it's hard, but it's still lots of fun. sure. Is it still dripping fire?
Oh yeah.
We'll need the. Oh, it's not dripping fire anymore?
Fire one out.
Okay, hold on. Power steering on the exhaust. That's what it was. All right, let's pull cable. You only had to wear it for a little bit. About 3 minutes.
Marvin's been doing this for a long time, you know what I mean? So he kind of knows all, you know, how long it kind of takes to do everything. But we picked some pretty nasty trails and ended up on the very last obstacle of the very last trail with 18 minutes left on the clock. I mean, that's pretty good.
I had to finish on the hook though, that's no fun. But it's because I was on fire, so that would be alright. But I'm okay.
Good job, buddy.
I thought you had it.
Dude, I didn't. I was up, but I didn't have hardly enough wheel speed.
Got 14 minutes on the clock.
13 minutes.
Back to the cabin, we can get there exactly at the end of the 24 hours.
Dude, 9 more minutes to go. This is, dude, for some reason we can nail it every single year, and you can't plan for that. Absolutely no way.
Five,
4,
3, 2, 1.
Woo! Good.
I could not have
That's
timed
awesome.
it more perfectly.
Insane. And now it went back to 23 hours and 59 seconds.
I'm honestly proud of myself for being able to make it through the whole 24 hours without falling asleep, without making dumb decisions. I'll also push myself to do things and like try things that I may not have normally tried. So I'm happy with the results.
Okay, if you have a Ford or Jeep, do not bring it here. I'm tired, but I'm happy, even though I broke the old shed box over here. Given the fact that I brought the heaviest Jeep with the less horsepower, putting that into perspective, and I was able to impress some people, regardless of my motor crapping out, I'm happy. Unfortunately, Jeep decided to switch a good motor, like a 4.0, to this crappy 3.6. So now we're gonna make it better. We're gonna put in a LS or something that makes rowdy power, and this won't happen again. I think I did mention I was gonna be the weakling, and I delivered. You're welcome. By the way, made you guys look. Peace.
We can say that we did something that likely no one will try again.
We didn't turn a wrench on the rig all weekend, so real happy about that. Had no part failures, no mechanical failures, didn't pop the hood. All we did was pop the cooler. I got some damage on the cage on the other side from a rollover, and we tore up the rear quarter of the tub, but it's not like it already wasn't all beat to crap anyway. So.
Yeah, the Flex Rocks Rollovers guys, I mean, they've been putting out content for years, and they're really trying to grow the sport in that way. And so anything you can do to help support them, whether it's watch the videos or anything, is huge, because this kind of stuff can't happen without that.
We got up at 6 o'clock this morning, and by the time we get back to a hotel, we're gonna be in the 30-hour mark. So it's way more than 24 hours, just start to finish. On the winch obstacle, we were up there as a secondary winch line, and he's sitting there running the winch, and I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. It was dribbling a little bit of antifreeze out of the water pump. So at that point, really had no idea if it was gonna make the rest of the night. Like, we probably had 12 hours to go, somewhere around there. And it was one of those deals of there was nothing we could do about it other than keep wheeling, and it was either going to hold or it wasn't, and we got lucky and it held together. So that was the biggest concern, I think.
He says we're good to go, but I feel like in about 20 minutes, once you get in the truck, everything's going to crash. We're on the high of finishing this awesome trail adventure. Just straight beatdowns. Like 15 minutes ago, we were having straight beatdowns out in the woods. And that gets your adrenaline pumping, but that's going to fade off pretty quick.
We broke everything we brought, so we did a good job, I believe.
We used all of our hours and all of our equipment.
That's right. That was Brad's rule number 1, was use all the hours. We had to convince one guy that it took us a little while to convince him that winching was okay, and it was on the last obstacle. But everybody else, winching is cool now.
The biggest high we had for us in teaching and pushing people a little bit was the crest over Hellenbach Hill. Watching those people come off a winch line from vertical and cresting over with that sense of accomplishment and the smile on their face and just the nervousness in their body was just awesome.
I think with that, we made them feel like winching was part of wheeling, not like, oh, I failed and I didn't make it up an obstacle. Now we made it to like, wow, that was incredible. You know, I can't believe we went up that wall. So we overcame all of our issues. Then we took my rig on the last obstacle, and we, as a team, broke a rear axle. That, again, I haven't broken a rear axle in 8 years, but it happens, and it's part of wheeling, and we made it to the finish line, and we're here. Thank you to everybody here. I mean, everybody that showed up, from the film crew to Marvin to the guys helping rescue and recovery. Everybody was a team. It was a team effort, for real. There was so much winching going on that, you know, yeah, we were kind of helping in there. We were guiding the winching, but there was so much winching going on that everybody put gloves on. They were hands on, and everybody was helping everybody. And yeah, no, that's for sure. Thank you to everybody that was here.
I love Marvin for putting this together and you know, setting the bar and continuing to raise the bar for it. So I can't wait to see what he comes up with next. I think he's a little nervous about topping this one.
I didn't like that I ended winching, because pretty much every Hellenbach I've done, I always at least get the last obstacle clean, and I didn't like that I had to end on the cable. But it was possibly because the truck might have been on fire, so it was the right decision.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to, I think I bent the bumper on the Epic winch climb, so I might have to put a new bumper on it. That's about it.
All right, your message to the viewers.
Oh, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Isn't that what you're supposed to say?
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
yeah.
subscribe, hit that notification bell. Ding, ding. I'll put a link to last month's video somewhere over here.
So I've done this event 3 times now, and every time we get done with the event, I'm exhausted and I'm over it, and it was a death march, and I'll say I'll never do it again, and then I do, because it's amazing, and it's an amazing opportunity, and if Marvin wants me here, if he'll have me again, I'm in.
Yeah, I as much as I hate it at like 3 in the morning, especially if I'm cold, but I always tell Marvin this is my favorite event, and I get to do some pretty cool stuff. So this is probably at the top of the list of my favorite events to do. So as long as Marvin keeps letting me bring silly stuff to his event, I will keep coming back.
I feel good. I'm not even tired. I'm on my 8th wind, but I'm a little disappointed that we broke there at the end. I would have liked to have finished it out, but it is what it is. We'll get home, fix it up, and try not to break next time.
Late night, early morning, like 4 a.m. it started to get cold. That's when it was kind of getting rougher. You know, you're getting tired, getting cold. But some of them obstacles are nuts, man.
I was excited pulling up on some of that stuff and looking at it and being like, nobody has ever put a tire on this, and they're going to try to send us up this. This is amazing. It reminded me of that Top Gear episode where they winched straight up vertically up a dam. I felt like we were doing that. Like, there's no way you could climb it, but we were just relying on the winches to pull us straight up vertically, and I don't think hardly anybody ever gets to experience that. I would just tell my Bleepin' Jeep fans to check out all the videos that are going to come out on this on Flex Rocks and Rollovers. We're going to put one out on our channel. Summit's going to have one on their channel. Busted Knuckles is going to have one on his channel, and everybody's going to tell a different story. So go check out each video, because we're not all going to share the same stuff.
super happy with how everything went, and can't wait to do it again. I just don't want to do it today or tomorrow. My biggest thing was I've never winched up an obstacle like that before, so I just really appreciate the fact that Warren came out and you guys set that up, and they looked over every buggy, made sure our winches were, you know, top performing, ready to go, because it was sketchy. Like I will hit any hill climb that's even close to doable, but winching up a sheer vertical wall, it made me feel a lot better knowing that they had checked everything out and that we were in good working order. So I really appreciate those guys for that, and all the sponsors that came together and helped make all this happen, because this is one of those things that you don't appreciate it as much as you should, because it's hard to put all this stuff together. I know it is. I don't want any part of it. I'll show up and participate and support you guys all I can, but this is a lot of work, and so we appreciate, you know, being able to be involved with it.
Very, very tired. Yeah, barely keep our eyes open. Yeah, barely scraping by. I feel like my head and my body are disconnected. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make rational thoughts and decisions, but I'm just incapable. Like, I feel like I'm floating, and everything hurts, but I haven't been able to figure out exactly why. Like, my feet are tingling, my hands are kind of hurting, my back's hurting. I got a little bit of a headache. I'm having problems kind of like seeing a little bit. It's a little fuzzy. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I'm sleep deprived or if it's because I haven't eaten.
You can't compare this Hallenbeck with any other Hallenbeck. The trail was definitely the most challenging trail we've ever done. Hallenbeck stands for the absolute pinnacle of extreme hardcore off-roading, and I think that's exactly what we got. And you know, some guys nailed it and some didn't. Unfortunately, I have to count myself into the ones that didn't this year. Like, I'm definitely disappointed in the performance of the rig, and you know, things that just happened, constant problems. But by the time we unloaded it from the trailer, I started having problems, and like we ended up fixing one piece at a time. At least it's still in one piece and I can drive it on the trailer, even though my Factor 55 and my Warren winch is holding up my front axle right now, but it's still driving on the trailer on its own power. So the only thing that comes to my mind right now is sleeping and making it home in one piece, so and eating. So we're gonna start our breakfast here in just a second, load up the trailers, and I love every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for watching our videos, supporting 24 Hallenbeck and Flex Rocks and Rollovers. Stay tuned for a bunch of more videos that are coming out soon, and I see you guys next year for 24 Hallenbeck, but just in a few weeks already for the next video series. So thank you guys for watching. You're awesome.
I had already clocked out, but I had to get this on camera because I can't believe it's you after all that.
Brad, the
MVP.
Brad is the best cook, dude.
No, but after all this, chefing it up, come on, man.
I have an
Gotta
unusual
eat, man.
amount of
That's
energy
when
right now.
he gets out of the race car, the first thing is he starts cooking.